And so in this episode, I'm going to share just some of the biggest lessons that I've learned from my team at Modern. I've been very blessed to work alongside our Director of Operations, Krystal Aziz. She's a very, very special person for a number of reasons. I mean, on one hand, I think everybody that interacts with her kind of recognizes there's something special about her. She's very good at making other people feel important. I can remember, for instance, being at the ALGV Ascend conference, and it was after one of the events, and everybody was getting on the bus to head back to the hotels, and she got on the microphone. And basically, as everybody came on the bus, she called out their name and everybody like cheered them and high-fived them. And it was just like it's just a spur of the moment thing that was done to make the people feel important and valued. And I think that anytime that you can make the people around you feel special and seen and heard, it's going to enable you to build some absolutely incredible relationships. I think another thing that I've learned from Krystal is that she's very good about taking things off of people's plates. You know, sometimes people will be able to see a problem and they'll be able to present that to their team like, hey, here's the issue. But then they just put that on somebody else's plate and there's not necessarily a follow-up action. And I think Krystal's very good at saying, okay, here's the situation and here's some things that we can do and here's what I'm going to do. Right? She's all about how do I take things off of the plates of the people around me? And I think when you have a team member who does that, who is consistently just taking over things and not putting it off on other people, but just saying, you know what, I got this. I'll take care of this. Don't worry. It really inspires other members of the team to also step up and to elevate their game. And before you know it, you have a team of people who are just taking projects, taking personal ownership of it and moving and running with it. And ultimately, that's what you want, right? You want a team of leaders, a team of people who can see the issue, see the problem, formulate a potential solution, figure out a way to put it into actionable steps, and then act on it, take care of it, cross it off the list, and then move on. So I've learned a lot from Krystal on processes and things like that too. Itzel Rodriguez is our director of weddings. I think one of the things that I've learned from Itzel is that she is super knowledgeable. She does her research. She knows so much about the hotels and the wedding departments. It's like every time we go on a site inspection, she's always, chiming in with her little, what she knows about the hotel. And we always joke like, maybe you should be giving the site inspection, Itzel. She's super, super knowledgeable. One of the huge strengths of Itzel is that she used to be a wedding planner. And so she's dealt with sort of high stress situations before, and she knows the power in being a calming influence. If somebody comes to you and they're frantic and they're upset and you go back and you become aggressive with them, then it's going to spiral out of control. And so one of the things that I've learned from Itzel is that when somebody's upset, when they're stressed out, when they're overwhelmed, be calm and confident, right? It's be solution oriented. Don't freak out to say, I hear you. I understand exactly. Here's what we're going to do to fix it. Everything's going to be okay. Don't worry. We're going to take care of it. And I think when you combine this sort of calm, confident energy with all of this product knowledge, it makes her perfect for being our director of weddings. She's able to talk all about the hotels and the resorts, and she's able to help when things get complicated. And she's a great leader to our wedding team as well to continue to build their knowledge and to be a positive, calm force for the wedding couples when things get a little dicey because, weddings are, it's emotional. It's an emotional purchase. And when you're trying to have, let's say 100 people, travel to another country, and sometimes family can be complicated. So Itzel has taught me the power of making sure you know your product and staying calm when things go a little awry. This episode of the Modern Travel Agent Podcast was brought to you by our partnership with the Dominican Republic Ministry of Tourism. If you're currently booking the Dominican Republic, but you're not taking advantage of the rewards program, then you're leaving money on the table. Visit dotravelrewards.com to learn more about their program and how you can register.